The ultimate Miami to Key West drive takes you through some of the best part of tropical Florida. From Miami downtown to Key West, total driving distance is 164 miles and it will take around 3 to 4 hours. In Florida, there are total 800 keys and 42 bridges connecting all the Florida Keys Island, and it's around only 90 miles away from the Cuba. Key West is the southernmost point of USA. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's my Miami trip 2021 day 3, and in this video I'm going to share my one-day trip from South Beach, Miami to Key West and the places where we stopped. So I started in the morning around 7 o'clock, and after driving 1 hour we reached to the first key, that is Key Largo. Key Largo is very first and the longest key of Florida Keys and only 60 miles away from Florida International Airport. Our first stop was in Key Largo, that was John Pannekamp Coral Reef State Park. So if you have time, try snorkeling and scuba diving tours over here. There are glass bottom boat tours, and it was the first undersea park of United States. To get entrance in this park is $7 per car, and they have a lot of variety. Basically every key in the Florida Keys have some specific tourist attractions, so it all depends on how much time you have to spend in Florida Keys. What I felt over when I went there, and what I felt, at least you need 2 or 3 days to explore properly the Florida Keys. So this is John Pannekamp Coral Reef State Park, and this is their visitor center. You can get the boats, rental boats, costumes, everything, whatever you want to do in snorkeling and scuba diving, you can get it from there. And they have accessible beach too, so you can just park your car nearby beach, just be there, enjoy your time with your family, but just be aware of this tiny creature. Best way to explore Florida Keys is get a hotel in Key Largo. They have plenty of options, good resorts. Just Google according to your budget. There are a lot of RV parks too, and you can get a space for your RV in between $20 to $40, and you can get all kind of amenities over there. Local told me that he's living there for like 15 days and he's having all kind of amenities, and he is paying $25 per night and everything is there. So if you have that much time, just go and stay in Key Largo, and then you can do back and forth to all the keys that is accessible. Right now you're seeing that person's key RV, and he was just living there for 15 days. They have boat ramp and everything. So this kind of RV park were everywhere, and it was really beautiful to stay there and just enjoy the moment. After Key Largo, the second big key is Isla Morada, and it's the same. You can have, it was having a lot of snorkeling centers, beach house, beach resorts. So it depends on you where you want to stay. But one thing I noticed, like I was expecting all the way down sea by my side, but it was not like that. A lot of way was covered with the constructions or the highway. So just keep that in mind, that you're not going to see this kind of view all the way down. And our first stop in Isla Morada was Robbie's. You can see it was beautiful place. People come here from all over the world to feed tarpons, and we didn't do that, but yes, this was the option. This is the option if you want to stay. We just stayed there for some time, took pictures, and we started next. If you are a seafood lover, your next stop in Isla Morada should be Marina Snack Bar, which is an open air space under Tiki Hut. Gives you a lot of food options with waterfront view. For vegetarian, options were limited, but there were options. You can order French fries or this kind of things. Options were limited, but it was there. So if you want to stay, just stay there, have something, or otherwise you will have subway all the way down over there, so you don't need to worry about it. And this is the beautiful view between Isla Morada and Marathon. So Marathon is the next big key of Florida Keys, which has a lot of tourist attractions, just like Dolphin Research Center. If you want to spend your time over there, they have plenty of options. We didn't do that. And Marathon also have the international airport, which will take you, I mean, exactly, Key West is not the southernmost point of the US. Basically after that also they have a lot of keys which are not accessible from the road. So if you want to go like Dry Tortugas or somewhere else, so from here, like from Marathon International Airport, you can get the small seaplanes like this, which will take you to the Dry Tortuga. So for this, you can check my description box, in which you will get all details about the seaplanes. There is only one company which will take you to the Dry Tortugas, and that is really beautiful place, but we didn't have that much time. If you're going to stay some more time, then you should try that, and it was really expensive. And then we headed towards 7 Mile Bridge, which is exactly not 7 miles, it's like 6.8 miles. The old bridge which right now you are seeing was exactly 7 miles, but right now the new bridge is not that long. I mean, it's 6.8 miles, yeah. This 7 Mile Bridge is the part of Overseas Highway US Route 1, which will take you from Florida Keys to Key West. This Overseas Highway today runs along the former Overseas Rail Road right of the way. Right now you're seeing this one is the abandoned railroad. Initially people were using this way to go to Key West from Miami, but they abandoned it right now. So this is the new Overseas Highway, and with some beautiful views, but a lot of views were blocked by the construction. But definitely it was the most scenic drive of my life. It was really beautiful, but the lane was mostly single, so you cannot drive more than 55 miles per hour, but that's fine. If view is like that, it's fine for me. So next stop you can take is Bahia Honda State Park, which is famous for its beautiful sunset, and it is located in Big Pine Keys. Entrance for this park was $10 per car, and this park also provides rental kayaks, snorkeling tours. This park is famous for its coral reef, so if you want to spend some time there, that is a good option. Bahia Honda State Park in Big Pine. There were a lot of other stops too, like Turtle Hospital between Big Pine and Key West, but we were getting late, so we didn't stop anywhere, and we just head towards Key West, which is almost 46 minutes away from Bahia Honda State Park. And as soon as we reached there, we tried Indian food in Key West, but unfortunately we were not lucky enough to get any Indian food court or Indian restaurant over there. One cafe was showing that it serves you Indian food, but it was not this cafe we tried over there, but it's maybe initially it was serving that, but right now it's American. We didn't get anything Indian over there, but Subway is the Subway is always there for you, so you don't need to worry if you're vegetarian. If you're going only for one day, you can carry your food with you if it's possible for you. Otherwise, Subway is there, Burger King is there. But who thinks about food when you are in Key West? So right now we are in Old Town, which is famous for food and shopping. Best way to explore Key West Old Town is just park your car at one place, and either you can rent a bicycle or you can walk all the way down to the Old Town, or there were some other options just like trolley or the adventure vehicle, so you can try those too, but I found like the bicycle is the best option. If you are looking for a statue of unconditional surrender, which is a landmark of Second World War time, it's been removed from here, but Key West Museum of Art and History at Custom House is still there, which helps you to understand the island's past. Right behind this museum there is a spot for boarding for snorkeling tours. Public parking is also available there in $10, but just keep that in mind. Your receipt should be there with you. We just lost our receipt, so we had to pay $30. Yes, and then we had some time, so we headed towards the southernmost point of US and one of the most visited place of the world with a long wait line. Yes, you can see the vicinity, a lot of houses are there. We have seen the southernmost house of the US. And after waiting for 1 hour, we had a chance to take our picture with this famous landmark. Cuba is 90 miles away from here, but obviously you cannot see it from here. It was showing the history of this place, and this place had one really good restaurant with a lot of options. So if you are tired, you can go take a break. Just make sure somebody is standing in the place. One by one you guys can go and have some drinks. So as I told you that we were supposed to go for the snorkeling and sunset tour, but we had some time, so this beach was nearby. We went and spent some time over there, and then we came back. It was time to board. We booked our ticket with Furry Snorkeling, so our tour was a sunset and snorkeling tour, which cost $50 for adults and $40 for kids. So it was the spot from where we were supposed to board, and it's just behind the Museum of Art and History. So boarding time was 4 o'clock, and after some instruction we started it.
That can't happen, alright? Once again, I will make an announcement anytime this is going on. A few times right now, a few more times before we leave our reef system this evening, alright? But other than that, these guys are going to be your snorkel instructors, they're going to be your lifeguards at the reef today, and then we're going to be your bartenders later on, alright? So good people to get to know. There we go. If you want to know what a certain type of fish, we're pouring life rafts on the very back of the boat, man overboard ring on the port stern, 4 fire extinguishers, 1 behind the bar here, 1 down in each of those companionways, 1 back at the helm with me. We've never had to use any of this stuff in the past. We're not going to have to use it tonight. However, it is a good idea for you guys to know where all that safety equipment is located.
Alright, you don't actually have to do it with me. I was just joking around with all of you. I just showed you how to do it. I was trying to see who was gullible or not, you know? Goes right there. Now you want to keep it somewhat tight, alright?
Sunset Rum and Snorkeling Tour with Fury Adventures is the best adventure of my life. Its link is in description box. They offer a lot of other tours too, so you can go and check over there. It's wheelchair accessible. Staff was so good, so friendly, and instead of boring tour guides, this crew made every moment really awesome.
Where are you from? India. Nice. Hi. What's up? Can she swim?
That's fine.
Hey, she's here for the trip though.
Yeah, I'm just taking video.
Let's go. Oh, you don't have to be like a insane.
They will take you 7 miles away from the shore, and then you can start your snorkeling with their safe guidance. Meanwhile, when you are doing snorkeling, they all the time they will be instructing you. They told us just don't go behind the board. They were just keeping an eye on the people who were doing the snorkeling, and you can see the beautiful view where we were going. We were heading towards our snorkeling point, and then we did snorkeling over there. They provided us this life jacket and the whatever equipment we need to do that. So I was there I was the last person who went there, but it was really good experience. I mean, it was thrilling. Initially I was really scared, but then I started enjoying over there. After sunset, we stayed there until sunset, and after sunset it was time to come back with my lifelong memory. So not necessarily that you have to do it. If you don't know how to swim, then it was not for you. And initially what they did, you can see the rope and the ball, so they just threw it in the ocean. So if you are not confident enough, when you get down in the water, you can hold the rope for some time. I mean, if you are not confident enough, you just don't need to go any further, they told us. So we were just holding the rope and just trying to be around the boat and in front of the boat. You can see a lot of people were really adventurous. They went too far, but for us it was not that. So we were just around the rope and we just did little bit. I mean my husband and my son, they did it, but I did little bit here and there, and then within 20 minutes I came back because I was not. Sometimes I feel in water, I feel claustrophobic, so I just came back, but it was really good. I mean, people were enjoying. I took a lot of pictures of them, and then good music, rum, beautiful sunset, perfect day with perfect end. The crew was really good, really funny. We laughed and laughed. So it was a time to go back. That by this time little bit rain started, but rain just added up. So we had a great rain dance and everything was happening over there. That time COVID was not that bad. I mean, when we went there in Miami, it was 2021, but that time everybody was vaccinated and it was kind of safe travel. But after that it started again. So with a lot of good memories, we came back from there. But one thing I really want to add, this crew was awesome. This man was, I can't tell you how much he made us laugh. So if you are going to Key West looking for some adventure, just book your tour with Fury Adventures. Highly recommended. Link is in description box. And see, nature was supporting us with double rainbow. It was getting a little bit dark. We came back from the cruise that was around 2 hours long or more than. Nature gave us beautiful rainbow, and you can see a lot of other water adventures are also there in Key West, but we didn't have that much time, so we just tried this one. If you go there and try something new, please comment. And then of course it was time to buy a souvenir. So guys, I hope my video is going to help you to plan your trip. So if you like this video, please subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Till then, this is Shilpa Tripathi signing off. Love you all.